ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another weekly dose of aviation. And coming up this week, 3 airports come to a standstill, a 737 has a hard landing, and we get presented with a new plane prototype. First of all, we start in America, where an American company is trying to develop a new fighter jet. As you can see from the pictures, it does look quite futuristic. It's got a slick design and it looks like it can fly supersonic. Not much detail has been given about it, but we can see that possibly could be a weapons carrier or just a stealth and a spy plane. I mean, it's still quite early in the development phase. There's not a prototype made yet, so we don't know what to actually expect from it. But as you can see, it does look like it is going to be one of the fighter jet genres. So it will probably end up in the American Army or another army in the world. Next, we go to Asia, where a Boeing 737 had a hard landing, which then resulted in aircraft evacuation. The aircraft was coming in to land at an airport in Asia when it landed very hard and bounced twice. After this, the front wheel had a puncture, and then due to the amount of force put on landing, it bent the wheel, and then the runner was acting as a sandpaper on the actual metal bit. So after the plane actually stopped, there was only about half the landing gear actually left. So as you can see from the pictures, the aircraft did get taken off runway in approximately 2 hours, and the airport resumed as normal. The authorities will investigate what happened here, but as you can see, it's probably just pilot error, as they did have an extremely hard landing. So now we move to the Middle East, and to be specific, Iran, where the last Boeing 747 tanker got destroyed by Israeli attacks. As you can see, the aircraft was targeted by a drone or a missile, which caused the aircraft to ignite straight after impact. The aircraft was filled with fuel as it was getting ready to take off and fill up other fighter jets. But sadly, it did not even manage to take off, as it did get shot down. This was one of the only 747 tankers ever made and the only one in service, so it is quite sad to see one of the 747 tankers go, especially as the 747 does not have a long left. As we know, the 747 is not produced anymore, and a lot of airlines are starting to retire it due to high cost and maintenance. Next, we move to Washington, where 3 airports were at a standstill for over 2 hours, as the main control rooms for the 3 airports had a chemical smell in them, causing a full evacuation. All 3 airports around Washington had to stay still for approximately 2 hours, as in the main control room that operates departures and arrivals, there was a chemical smell, which then later got reported as gas. Happily, after 2 hours, the problem was resolved and flights continued as normally. As you can see, though, it did cause a lot of delays due to connecting flights from the airports and flights trying to land, which had to divert to other airports around that location. Overall, the fire service did manage to find the leak and got it under control under 1 hour, but then they had to let 1 hour just to let everything go outside. So overall, this was quite a sad thing to do and see, because it caused quite a lot of delays, which wasn't ideal for the airport, especially as now the airports have to pay money to the airlines for all the lost time that they were stuck at the airports. Now for the final bit of this video, we go to Europe, where a pushback tug ignited after pushing back a Turkish Airlines Boeing 777. The pushback tug finished pushback and was about to disconnect when the engine caught on fire and ignited. Emergency services arrived fairly quickly, meaning there was no further escalation and the aircraft did not have to be evacuated. Overall, the pushback tug did just get towed away, and it only caused about a 10-minute disturbance around the airport and ramp, because it wasn't the whole airport that had to close, it was just the surrounding gates. So overall, this didn't cause much of a disturbance, but it's still quite a nice thing to include in the video. Overall, that sums up all the aviation news happening this week. As you can see, it wasn't too much of a dramatic week. We have some new developments of the plane, as I said at the first part of this video, and not a lot of people got injured in aviation this week. So thank you for watching. I hope you have enjoyed this video, and if you have, please make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys again next week.